वर्तदुमे वर्तदुमे.
It's my privilege to extend a warm welcome to all the dignitaries on and off the dais. On behalf of NICHE, I get great honor in welcoming our chief guest for the day, Engineer Praveen Vettiyattil, CEO of YCI Technologies and TED Speaker. Dr. Shalim Shafiq, the Director of Noor Islam Educational Trust. Mrs. Shabnam Shafiq, Executive Director of Noor Islam Educational Trust. Dr. R. Pirimal Sami, Pro-Chancellor Academic of NICHE. Dr. P. Thirumal Valavan, Registrar of NICHE. Dr. A. Shajan Nargunam, Pro-Vice Chancellor Academic of NICHE. Dr. K. A. Janardhanan, Pro-Vice Chancellor Academic of NICHE. We are truly grateful for your presence and unwavering support in promoting excellence. Light symbolizes knowledge, wisdom, and enlightenment. To mark the beginning of this special session, I now invite all the esteemed dignitaries on the dais to join us in lighting the traditional Kuttuvilakku. I request everyone to maintain silence. May this light guide us towards knowledge and innovation. Thank you, dignitaries. Now, it's my honor to invite our respected Pro-Vice Chancellor Academic, Dr. A. Shajan Nargunam, to deliver the inaugural address. Sir, the stage is yours.
Most respected dignitaries on the dais, learned professors, heads, directors, and my dear students, good morning. So today, we are assembled here to hear a very unique motivational talk from an eminent personality. As the title says, you can invent. This technology is taking us towards lot of innovation, and we are experiencing all this corresponding latest technological innovation in our day-to-day life too. So why not we can do that particular type of innovation? That is our motive. And with that motive, we decided, okay, so in order to ignite the young minds of Noor Islam Center for Education, we can have a motivational talk by an eminent personality so that will definitely orient your mindset towards thinking in this particular innovative direction. So when you look into that innovation or invention, invention is not just finding a new thing, providing a better solution to a problem what we face in our day-to-day life. So normally when you talk about some inventions or innovation, so normally we do have our attitude that, okay, this is something new I have to invent, so that is not my part or I can't do that. So that is the normal attitude what we have in our mind. But it is not like that. What type of alternate solution I can provide to the problems we are facing in our day-to-day activity? Sometimes we may have some solution. Can I provide a better solution for this particular problem I am facing today? So with that, so we have our smartphone in our pocket nowadays, we have satellite orbiting our earth, and then we have all these AI-related tools we are experiencing. all these outputs are the outcome of innovation by the students. So why not we? But, and you can't wait for a very good time to come to start your innovation process. During your classroom itself, you can start off thinking all this particular activity, and to trigger that, we thought, okay, if we have some eminent person who is having their exposure in latest technology and give some idea, definitely that will help us to trigger our minds. So with that motive only we are here. So my request is try to make use of all this particular things happening here and try to take some good things out of this talk by this particular eminent personality. And so when you see the corresponding history, look back, when you look into the history of this particular innovation, we talk about Thomas Alva Edison. He failed 1,000 times, but he didn't stop that. Similarly, innovation or finding an alternate solution is not that much easy, and you may not be able to succeed on the first step. In that case, don't stop at that particular point. So take that as a stepping stone and try to find out another fruitful solution for the problem what you are. So another thing is, day-to-day life we are experiencing lot of problems, isn't it? Starting from, so we have energy crisis, we have transportation problem, and in the digital era we have issues in hacking the systems, cyber ethics, and a lot of things are there. And healthcare also we are expecting a lot of. So day-to-day life, when you look into that, we have lot of problems to be solved, and in a better manner or in an efficient manner. So our responsibility is keep our eyes and ears open, and be it a thermodynamics paper that is being taught inside a classroom, or an artificial intelligence paper that is being taught, or a digital structures papers that is being taught. So now your responsibility is how I can relate all this corresponding principles and mechanism that is being taught in our classroom to solve our day-to-day real-world problem that what we are experiencing or what we are facing. That is the power of engineers. Okay, so try to understand the power what we have within us and how I can transform the corresponding basic theories and the problems and the technology that is being taught inside our classroom to solve the day-to-day problem what we are experiencing. So with that angle, now it is time for you to think and innovate. So now we are going to hear the corresponding expert talk from the eminent personalities. Okay, so try to make use of that and sit, understand, and try to innovate. So definitely we can also change the future with your inventions. So with this, I take this opportunity to congratulate each one of you and try to make use of this opportunity very well. Thank you.
Great minds inspire greatness. Today, we are truly privileged to have with us an accomplished innovator and global speaker, Engineer Praveen Vettiyattil, CEO of YCI Technologies, a TED speaker, and an alumnus of the University of Southern California. I now invite Dr. Salim Shafiq, Director of Noor Islam Educational Trust, to formally introduce our esteemed chief guest.
Good morning. And it's a privilege to introduce, it's an accidental acquaintance through a group. I'm sure it's good to, there's so much talking going on between students. Can you please listen? Do you want to carry on or stop here? It's quite humiliating. Anyway, thanks Sajeevan sir, Chair, and also to Praveen to come all the way from Trichur to do this talk. And I thought maybe very useful, and it is very thought-provoking for a new graduate, because I'm sure he's done a lot of TED Talks, lot of talks to medical students, engineering students over the years, and we thought maybe to invite him to give the talk to this prestigious institution. I think there's small ideas can change the world. So it is very important. Don't take it lightly. And if you have got any new ideas and things, it is very important that you bring it out. And once a very great speaker called Derek Sievers told, the most valuable real estate is the world of graveyard, because many people die with lots of ideas in their brain, never came out as practical. So you shouldn't die with ideas in your brain, you should bring it out. So I can't see a better speaker than Praveen, who has graduated from Trichur and postgraduates from University of Southern California, and he's got so many ideas. I mean, I'm sure you probably will be thrilled to hear him straight away. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. As a gesture of our respect and appreciation, we would like to honor our esteemed chief guest, Engineer Praveen Vettiyattil, with a shawl. I request Dr. Salim Shafiq to kindly do the honors. Thank you, dignitaries. And now, the moment we've all been eagerly waiting for. It's with great honor that I now invite our distinguished chief guest, Engineer Praveen Vettiyattil, to share his invaluable insights.
Hello. Okay. Eh? Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Not this one. Can you open the laptop? Yeah. Okay. So, respected Dr. A. Shajin Nargunam, the Pro Vice Chancellor for Academics, Dr. R. Perumal Sami, Pro Chancellor for Academic, Dr. K. A. Janardhanan, Pro Vice Chancellor for Administration, and respected Dr. Salim Shafiq, Director of Nurul Islam Educational Trust and a leading specialized doctor in UK. I am very happy to be back to this campus. The first time I came here in 2008, I was awestruck by the beauty of this place. When I was driving from Kumarakoil to the university campus, I can see greenery, I can see hills, I can see ponds, I can see very simple, humble people, and I could see dogs and cats, and cattle and lot of bright young students. So I felt like heaven on earth to come here. And it was sometime in, I think in June or July. I could also see lot of wind. So geographically, you are learning this BTech and other areas of science in one of the most beautiful campuses in the whole world. Okay? So, the main talk of my title is You Can Invent. I am on a mission to motivate 1 million engineering students and school students and science students in India to make an invention by 2030. I believe that all babies are born creative and children. All babies, that is why we say as creative as a child, because all children are living the life of an inventor from the age of 0 to the age of 4. At the age of 4, they are pressed into an education system which does not reward innovation and experimentation enough. Therefore, the inventor in all the children goes into hiding or in a passive state. But if a supportive ecosystem appears around the grown-up adult or students like you, the inventor in you will come out like an incredible Hulk. No longer then is the problem of you not having enough ideas. From then on, the problem is, do you have enough time to implement all the new ideas that you get in your life? Okay? So can you go to the folder? Back. And there is one PowerPoint called The Problem, yeah. Yes. So, before the main topic of You Can Invent starts, before I try to convince you that you can all make major inventions, first I want to convince you what is your legacy. How smart were your ancestors? How sophisticated are your genes? And what is the real prosperity of the culture that you are born into? So the next 5 minutes I'm going to talk about how smart you really are, okay? So, how many of you know that Chennai is known as the car capital of India? How many of you know? Chennai is the car capital of India, so let me talk about Tamil Nadu. Tamil Nadu is the car capital of India, truck capital of India, bus capital of India, tire capital of India, mixie capital of India, motor capital of India. Close to 2/3 of all the motors in India, manufactured in India, are manufactured in Tamil Nadu. Do you know what Coimbatore is known as? Pump capital of India. The CRI pump and Texmo pump, they are the biggest exporters of pump from India. Tamil Nadu is also known as the knitwear capital of India. Tamil Nadu produces the highest amount of knitwear. Already the ready-made clothes. Tamil Nadu is also known as the rental capital of India. 16.5% of all the urban rental facilities are in Tamil Nadu. Number 2 is Andhra Pradesh or Telangana, but that's 13.5%. Tamil Nadu is also the wind capital of India. It's because of Kanyakumari. Kanyakumari is the wind capital of India, and until about 15 years back, Kanyakumari had the RL Mori wind project was the biggest in the world until about 15 years back. Even now it is in the top 5. Tamil Nadu is also the healthcare capital of India. 40% of foreign patients coming into India come to Tamil Nadu for their treatment. Most of them go to Chennai, many go to Coimbatore. So you know that healthcare is a job of perfection, is a job of sincerity, is a job of focus. So the fact that Tamil Nadu is able to attract 40%, although it is farther from the Middle East, it's much cheaper for people of the Middle East to fly to Mumbai, but Tamil Nadu is attracting more. And Tamil Nadu is also the electrical vehicle capital of India. IIT Chennai is the most active in developing electric vehicle technology. And if you look at history, this karate and kung fu in East Asia, they all were, it all came from Kalaripayattu. And according to history, a saint called Bodhidharma, he went to Japan and China and taught them Kalaripayattu. Today, Kalaripayattu is much more in Kerala, but according to history, a saint called Bodhidharma from Tamil Nadu. Some say it is from Kerala, but it does not matter. Remember, when I say Kerala and Tamil Nadu, I mean it. I mean both. Because if you take the last 1,000 years, for 800 years, Kerala and Tamil Nadu were ruled by the same rulers. We were the same kingdom. And I know there are a lot of Keralites here. So let me tell you the legacy of Keralites, Malayalis. Kollam was known as the cashew capital of the world. Alappuzha was known as the rope capital of the world. Idukki was known as the cardamom, in Malayalam, Elakaya, cardamom capital of the world. Munnar was known as the sandalwood capital of the world. The Marayur Chandanam, it is the world's best quality sandalwood. Kottayam was known as the rubber capital of the world. Kochi was known as the spice capital of the world. There are dozens of spices. And coconut capital of the world. And pepper capital of the world. Thrissur is known as the elephant capital of the world. Kerala is known as the Ayurveda capital of the world. And Nelambur is known as the tea capital of the world. And Pinkoda means Irumullu. India's purest air is in Pathanamthitta. Kanyakumari has the same climate. I believe the air here is as pure as Pathanamthitta. Only because of the wind, there is more dust, and Kanyakumari could not rank in the top 2. And the world's purest river water is Siruvani water. It's flowing, it originates in Kerala but flows into Tamil Nadu. Most of the hotels in Coimbatore give Siruvani water. So this area, this Kerala Tamil Nadu area, is the richest place, naturally, geographically, the richest place in the world. In only 500 kilometers, 600 kilometers from here to the end of Kerala. When I say rich, I mean the area close to Western Ghats. Western Ghats is in Tamil Nadu and Kerala. This 500 kilometers of land stretch on both sides of the Western Ghats is the richest area in the whole world. We have every natural resource, plants and animals. Also, it is now known that calculus was discovered by Madhavan Nambudiri from Thrissur 125 years before Isaac Newton. Kerala is also the most visited place by the top 10 historic travelers. I'm not mentioning the name of 20 travelers, but I will mention just 5. Vasco da Gama, Al-Biruni, Fahian from China, Marco Polo from Venice. You know what Marco Polo said? Marco Polo visited Tamil Nadu and Kerala for 2 years. And he wrote in his book, the people of this place are better looking, more cultured, and smarter than our people. I want you to know that today Venice is called the land of fashion and beauty. In 1292, the Westerners, many of the Western intellectuals felt that people who look like you and me are more beautiful than the Westerners. Then, of course, we know Columbus. Columbus was not trying to discover America. Columbus was trying to discover Kerala. I mean, by Kerala, I also mean Tamil Nadu. Because when Columbus was traveling, many of the areas of Kerala was ruled by Tamil Nadu. In fact, my father has an SLC from Tamil Nadu State Board. Because my father lived in Thrissur, 50% of Thrissur was ruled by the Madras government before the independence. And Kerala was formed only in 1956. So all those many people in Thrissur who got SLC before 1956 passed from Tamil Nadu. Okay, and if you look at this area of South India, this area has the highest number of seaports. For 2000 years, from BC 500 to AD 1600, 80% of the global trade went through 30 seaports, close to 30 seaports. And this area had the highest number of seaports. It shows the richness, the prosperity of this area. I will give you the seaports. The Kozhikode seaport, the Cochin seaport, the Kaveri Pattanam seaport, the Thoothukudi seaport, the Ceylon seaport, and the Humptum Daughter seaport. Within 500 kilometers from here, there are 6 seaports. But if you look at other places of the world, it is difficult to find one seaport in 1,000 kilometers. In the entire Middle East, there is only one seaport. Entire Middle East means all the way from Saudi Arabia to Oman. Only one seaport in Muscat. No seaport in Dubai. No seaport in Qatar. So this is your ancestry. You have come from the smartest culture, the richest culture in the world. Okay. So I had to tell you this because only if I tell you this, you will at least believe that you can make major inventions. If I am to pour big amount of water into a jug, the jug has to be big. So my 15 minutes of speech was to tell you how big your jug is or the container is. Now I will try to pour the water of creativity. Okay? So now, my presentation is in the format of a problem versus solution. So this is the problem slide, then there is a solution side, and my speech is over. After that, I will ask you some questions. So before I start, I want to start my speech by asking you a tough question. Between 1875 and 1895, 20 years, the world made close to 20 major inventions. 20. I will give you the names. Radio by Marconi. the modern petrol engine with all the cooling and all the radiator stuff like that. The modern diesel engine by Rudolf Diesel. The bulb by Thomas Alva Edison. The induction motor by Nikola Tesla. The telephone by Alexander Graham Bell. X-ray by William Röntgen. The recorder, the first tape recorder, then called phonograph, also by Thomas Alva Edison. The first tabulating machine, the forefather of the modern computer, the first electrical tabulating machine was invented in this period. And the car, the first automotive car was invented in this period. 20 years, the car by Carl Benz. You know that all these people are, all these inventors are household names. Everybody here knows Alexander Graham Bell. Everybody here knows Rudolf Diesel. Not just here, the whole world. Now the question I want to ask you is, okay, how many, all of you BTech students? Then which area? Nursing? Nursing. Okay, I will ask a question to this girl. This girl. How many inventions, major inventions in the last 20 years? You. Please, no time. No time. I have to stop by 12:15. You, please stand up. How many major inventions in the last 20 years? Can you name one? Which is in every house? What? What? Telephone is more than 100 years old. Can a boy stand up and tell me how many major inventions, what is the name of the inventor? That boy, you, white shirt, you. Okay, to save time, I'm going to ask you questions, and then I'm going to answer the questions for you. Okay? You, that lady with the gray. Yes, you. Stand up. Can you tell me a major invention made in the last 20 years, which is in every house, and every household remember the name of the inventor? Radio is 100 years old. In the last 20 years. Please sit down. It's okay. It's okay if you cannot name, because it's very difficult to name. People who argue with me say that there is 4G, 5G. Okay, 4G, 5G are two inventions. I give it to you. But where are the other 8 inventions? Remember, compared to 1875 to 1895, 20 years, we have 100 times more engineers. We have at least 50 times more startup funds and R&D funds. There is startup incubator, there is venture capital, there is angel capital, there is capital for school students, startup capital, innovation capital for BTech students, for school students, for only for women, only for professors, lot of names, but number of major inventions are very less. And when you have less inventions, you will have recession, and when there is recession, the world will move towards conflicts. So this is one reason we have the Ukraine conflict. We have conflicts in many parts of the world. So this is why, to put more money into the people's hands, to create global prosperity, we all engineers and science students and school students should work together to support each other, to promote each other, and realize that inventions create societies. 99% of the jobs today are created by by inventions, 99%. So this is why I created the You Can Invent global movement in 2014 to go to universities and colleges and convince the students of their capability to make major inventions, okay? So let me start with my PowerPoint. What you see on the screen are photos of major inventors of Indian origin. So what you see here is the laser working? Okay, so what you see there is J.C. Bose, Jagadish Chandra Bose, who is the inventor of, it's work, okay, so it doesn't matter. So what you see here is Jagadish Chandra Bose. He invented radio. He actually demonstrated, he actually demonstrated radio before Marconi. 2 years before Marconi, Jagadish Chandra Bose demonstrated radio. And he also invented the antenna and diode, major invention. Antenna, diode, radio is in all your cell phones. Amar Bose, he invented the world's best quality speakers, home theaters. NASA uses his speakers. Raggaswamy Srinivasan, he invented the laser which creates LASIK surgery. How do I know him? I had the privilege to meet him in person. He came to my class in University of Southern California when I was a student, and he gave a lecture, a 2-hour lecture, and all students sat silently, like you. So, he is also a student from my graduating university. He created the laser with which the LASIK, the cataract surgery can be done in few minutes. Dr. Salim knows better than me. He is born and brought up in where? Tamil Nadu. It is one of the most conducted surgical procedure in the world. The most conducted surgical procedure in the world is invented by a person of Tamil origin. C. Kumaran Patel, he created the carbon dioxide laser. Every cell phone, every car is cut, the steel, the metal is cut by a CNC laser. Narinder Singh, he invented fiber optics, the technology which changed the world. All of you are getting your internet through fiber optic cables. It is 10 to 100 times faster than the copper wire cables. Jayant Baliga, he invented the insulated gate bipolar transistor. It's in your phone, it's in your washing machine, it's on your TV, it's in your laptop. It's even in this mic. Insulated gate bipolar transistor. It consumes much less energy than the previous transistor. Ajay Bhatt, he created the USB standard, the pen drive. There are more pen drives than people in the world. Arun Netrawali, the pioneer of flat screen technology. Next slide. Okay. This is Sanjay Mehrotra. He is the present chairman of SanDisk. He has 70+ patents. All these people born in India did their bachelor's degree in India. Almost all. Like you. Okay. This is Arogya Swami Polraj. He is the inventor of the MIMO, multiple input, multiple output. It is this MIMO technology which allows 4G, 5G, and 6G. It allows data transfer at very high speeds. The communication experts, the communication engineers in this hall will know better than me. Which part of India is he from? He is from Tamil Nadu. My memory is he is from Coimbatore. He did his BTech, MTech, PhD, and he worked in India for close to the age of 50 or 60. And then he went to US and he was funded and he created, only because of him we have 4G, 5G. Of course, many others have created hardware to enable 4G, 5G and software. But the core technology was created by this multiple input, multiple output. He has 80 plus patents. Nasir Ahmed is the father of data compression. He created the discrete cosine transform, DCT. If this video is being transmitted live to some other place, on even on a phone, you cannot watch it live because huge amount of data. You can watch it live only because of data compression. Only because of data compression. Data compression makes it possible to compress data by 10, 20, 100x. Otherwise, your transmission has to be some 10G. Even with 4G, you cannot get live transmission data. It's made possible by Nasir Ahmed, a man of Indian origin. Yellaprada Subbarao. He developed methotrexate, the first chemotherapy drug. The first chemical chemotherapy drug. Now there are dozens of chemotherapy drugs. First one was created by a doctor of Indian origin. He's a doctor like Dr. Salim, educated in India. There are also big impact-making women inventors of Indian origin. This is Dr. Sumitra Mitra. She invented the material used to fill cavities in the teeth. You know the material used to fill the cavity in the teeth? It must have at least 25 properties. It should be very hard. It should not be brittle. It should have long life. It should be white or close to white. It should be food grade. It should be temperature resistant. You swallow ice, it should not break. You drink tea, it should not melt. At least 25 properties have to come correct, and it has to be cheap and affordable and mass producible. In today's world, 99% of the teeth filling material is by a material developed by Dr. Sumita Mitra. She is a woman of Indian origin. She studied her BTech in India. This is also in the top 5 conducted medical procedures in the whole world. Of the top 5 conducted medical procedures in the whole world, 2 are by people of Indian origin. One is cataract surgery, the other is this Filtech by Sumita Mitra. This is Dr. Mridula Nair. She has the highest patents in photography while working in Kodak. Lot of the digital pictures that you take uses her inventions. Okay. In 2016, President Obama of US, he requested, or his office, the White House, promoted a study to know people of which country of origin are creating the most impactful inventions in the US. So they selected about 1,000 patents which created highest revenue in the US. And they researched which countries were the inventors born in. And they got this data. 35% of the inventors who created the top 1,000 revenue generating inventions or patents in the US were born in Europe. 21.5% were born in India. The score of India is more than China. The score of India is more than entire continent of Africa. We are more than the rest of the world except China. We are close to China plus Africa put together. This is the creativity of Indians. These are people like you who did their B.Tech here, some did their M.Tech here, some did their PhD here. Then they went to US. All of these are on Google. If you search Information Technology and Innovation Foundation, ITIF, US patents, you will get this data. There are also some high impact creating inventions by people who stayed back in India. But the numbers are not big. All the inventors I showed you till now, they are based in the US or they lived in the US. Some of them are no more, but most of them are alive. But they all were born in India, studied in India, then went to US. This is Dr. Vijay Bhatkar. He is known as the father of supercomputer in India. He is still alive. He did his PhD from IIT Delhi. He is B.Tech, M.Tech in electrical. He created the world's second fastest supercomputer in 1989. Within 3 years, he created CDAC for creating the supercomputer. And he and his team took the supercomputer to UK for a world supercomputer competition. And the competition judged India's supercomputer number 2 after the US Cray supercomputer. And India exported our supercomputer because we won the second prize in the calculation speed. A problem was given to all the supercomputers. Cray calculated in the shortest time. The Indian supercomputer, Param, calculated it and solved it in the second shortest time. All the other supercomputers by Germany, Russia, UK, France, they performed. They took much more time to solve the problem. Somewhat. So, India in 1990-91 exported our supercomputer to UK, France, Germany, and Russia. Remember in 1990-91, a country not developed, not very rich, like UK or France or Germany, exporting a supercomputer, not a laptop, a supercomputer to these 4 countries. Dr. Vijay Bhatkar is, from my memory, the Chancellor or Vice Chancellor of Nalanda University now. Dr. Dilip Mahalanobis, he is the inventor of, he is a doctor like Dr. Salim. Dr. Salim is also probably doing some breakthrough research in UK. He created the ORS drug, the ORS solution for treating diarrhea. In the whole world, if you have any stomach problem or diarrhea, you walk to the closest pharmacy, you can buy a small packet of ORS packet for 5 rupees. In US, it may be some 10 cents. 5 rupees. You eat it, your stomach is okay in a few minutes. The whole world is using his drug. He was born in India, studied in India, did research in India, died in India. This is Mr. M.J. Joseph from Kerala. He created the modern coconut tree climbing machine. You all know this. They just climb it like a ladder. Previously, they used to use a rope. I'm not playing the video because we don't have time, and all of you have seen this. If you haven't seen, ask your friends or ask your family, they will tell you this. It's also on Google. If you simply search coconut climbing machine on YouTube, his machine is used the world over. Very safe. You can climb a coconut tree like a step. Because of his invention, now there is no news of a coconut tree climber falling from the tree and dying. When I was a college student, every month I will hear, oh, this man died from falling from the coconut tree. This is Dr. Jippu Jacob. He is my friend. He is an engineer like you. He lives in Alapura. He created the coconut dehusking machine. You just thrust the coconut on his, and you just pull the lever, it will dehusk the coconut. This machine is used wherever there is coconut. It's there in every house of people in this audience. This is Ganapati Bhatt. He created the coconut tree climbing machine. So you sit on the coconut tree climbing machine, turn the accelerator, it will climb. Okay, so I am finished with this. Close. Close and open the other. Yeah, okay. So now I'll be speaking for only 15 more minutes. Don't worry. I'll give you a lot of data. Now this is my solution talk. So why I'm saying you can invent? Because of the data I showed you. We are very smart people. You are all lucky to be born to your parents. We are a generation of creators. Now I'm trying to prove that all of you can make major inventions. So I spoke to child specialist doctors. And I Googled. And I see that this saying, as creative as a child, it is in all languages. Here is a list of 5 languages. As creative as a child. It's in Russian, it's in Malayalam. In Malayalam it is Oru Kuttiye Pole Kriyatmakamai. What is this? How do you translate this in Tamil? You come fast. Come, you, come. Okay, don't come. Only 3 calls. After that, invitation cancelled. Children ask, child specialist, pediatric doctors say, children ask 300 questions every day. What is your name? Your name? Yeah. What? Okay, her name is Ammani. You should not be this shy. Why I'm asking? Because all the boys are very back. So when Ammani was a child, and this is Dr. Bindu. I went to the website and I found out her name. When Dr. Bindu was a child, she asked 300 questions every day. Finally, her mother said, shut up, and gave a small beating on the here. So she reduced from 300 to 30. This is why children should be taken care of by a joint family. There is an African saying which says, it takes a village to take care of a child, right? It takes a village. Father, mother, grandmother, grandfather is not enough. All of you were children. All of you asked 300 questions a day for a long 4 years. Okay. Brain experts say that half of all you learn happens before the age of 4. Half. Means you are learning 20 times. Imagine you live till the age of 100. You have to learn 20 times faster if you have to learn half of what you learned in your whole life before the age of 4. When you learn 20 times fast, it's called invention, it's called research. All inventors, all researchers, all experimenters, they have to wear a lot of hats. They have to do a lot of jobs. They have to do the job of scientist, job of laborer, job of purchaser, job of tester, everything. Now here I am going to compare the performance of a child in developing new technologies, in developing new knowledge, with the performance of academic research plus industry research. So when a child is born, when a baby is born, the baby doesn't know how to walk. But by the age of 16 months or 18 months, the baby learns to walk. So the baby learns to focus its eyes by 4 months. By 4 months or 3 months, the baby learns to focus its eye. Then the baby sees people walking. Then from 4 months to 16 months, 12 months, the baby learns to walk within 12 months. That whole 12 months, the baby is living the life of a hardcore inventor, like Carl Benz, like Jagadish Chandra Bose, daily observing, experimenting. Maybe the baby falls down but learns from failure, redesigning, re-experimenting. Autofocus. The industry took 800 years to make a walking robot. 800 years. Dr. Salim, the industry took 800 years to make a walking robot. The world's first walking robot was proposed in the 12th century by a mechanical engineer called Al-Jazari, who is known as the inventor of the wind turbine, and Leonardo da Vinci. 12th century, the idea of a walking robot comes, and in the 20th century, there is a walking robot by Honda. 800 years. What it took 800 years for the research industry, academics with all books and library and training and university and lectures like this, the baby did it with minimal help from the parents within 1 year. Autofocus. The world's first camera was invented in 1836, 1838. The world's first autofocus camera was invented by Kodak in 1978. 140 years from camera to autofocus camera. What about babies? Babies are born without the capacity to autofocus. Within 4 months or 3 months, by trial and error, they learn to focus their eyes. So 3 months, 140 years. This is your potential. You have the potential to do the research by the rest of the world, which takes 140 years. What it takes 140 years, all of you can solve within 3 months. I'm giving you examples. These are very limited examples. I have more examples, but I had to stop my talk in 10 minutes. So bicycling, it takes 3 weeks for you to learn. It took 3 weeks for Dr. Bindu to learn bicycling. I would like to mention the name of students, but is looking shy. It took Japanese universities 20 years to make a bicycling robot. You go to YouTube, search bicycling robot, you can see the videos. Swimming. Many universities are trying to make a swimming robot. Not achieved yet. How many of you know swimming here? Please raise their hands. Only one person. Only one bold person. What is your name? Shout, shout. What is your name? The guy who raised the hands. Please stand up. എല്ലാവരും ഒരു കൈയടി. What is your name? Shout, shout. Robin. Very good. I forgot to buy chocolates. Otherwise, I will throw one. Okay, pattern recognition. If a man talks to a 4-year-old child for 1 hour, the child will remember the man for his whole life or her whole life. But pattern recognition by computer is not that advanced yet. Lot of research is going on, AI and stuff, but pattern recognition is not even 1% of a human being. Okay. Okay. So quickly I will give you a demonstration. So this is called the balloon demonstration. And what I mean by it is, this balloon is the global economy, and the global economy can expand only with inventions. Radio, car, computer, phone. Now the global economy has expanded. But what happens after some time? The global economy will shrink. Then we have to pump more inventions into the global economy. But after some time, the global economy will again shrink, right? So this is why it takes engineers and scientists and mathematicians to save this world. We are the best people who can save this world. Why I did this demonstration? Because if there is no invention, the world economy will tighten itself. World economy will face friction. World economy will shrink. If you look at the last 3 months, there is news that Tesla lost close to 50% of its market value. Many foreign corporations, their share value is shrinking. Why? Because there is less inventions. Once everybody buys a cell phone, you cannot sell a cell phone. You have to create a new feature in that cell phone. Once everybody has a bicycle, once everybody has a car, you cannot sell a car. You have to create a flying car. This is how inventions expand the economy, like I demonstrated. All inventions are very late. The double-headed spanner was invented 40 years after the single-headed spanner. Scissor. This is the scissor. You all know. What is a scissor? 2 knives and a pin. 2 knives and a pin. Knives were invented 10,000 years back. Copper knives. Pin was invented 10,000 years back. 10,000 years back, we invented the wheel. We created the art of creating artificial fire by rotating a pin in a hole through friction fire. We invented that 20,000 years back. Pin was available, knife was available for even BC 10,000. But when was the scissor invented? In 12th century by Leonardo da Vinci. It took humanity more than 10,000 years to put 2 knives and a pin together. Why I'm telling you? There are a lot of world-changing inventions yet to be discovered. But most of the world is living an automatic life. That is why there are less inventions in this world. Same thing with the rolling luggage. The luggage is nothing but a bag or a box. The bag is 10,000 years old. The wheel is 5,000 years old. BC 5,000 we have the bag and the wheel. But when was the rolling baggage invented? 1970. People are facing problems every day, but they are not trying to solve it. Everybody is thinking somebody else will solve it. Or people are thinking, I'm not smart enough to solve it. If there was a solution, somebody else would have solved it. These are all negative thinking. You face a problem, you try to solve it. Many of these inventors are not even B.Tech, but they had their creativity, they had their confidence. 5,000 years to put 4 wheels under a box. The word engineer is from medieval Latin. It means to create something new. The word engineer, 500 years before meant inventor. This is what you are. So, to motivate 1 million people to make an invention, I created this website called youcaninvent.org. It means that all children are born inventors. You can see all the babies have heads of inventors. And I'm asking what you are going to invent. That is the meaning. And if you look at the links, lot of links for you to help inventors. This is one of my patented invention. All the light from a bulb will go onto the road. All the light from a bulb will go onto the road. I was issued a patent for this invention. With this technology, you can light the street light with half the power consumption and better lighting distribution. This is my latest invention. It's called an expandable flood barrier. It has a height of 2.5 feet. It can expand by 6 inches. It is on YouTube. I'm lucky to get more than 6 million views. Once I published this invention of mine. On a future date when I come here, if the university invites me, I will tell you the tricks of getting millions of views and thousands of orders without spending 1 rupee on marketing. 1 rupee. Maybe you will have to buy some chicken biryani to some social media influencers. I offered Manorama TV and 24 News. When they came to interview me, I gave them tea and cashew nut. They said, we don't have time, we have 10 other shootings, they left. I didn't spend any money. So this is my expandable flood barrier. You can see on the left side is a flood barrier, and on the right side is the expanded version. The pedal-powered pump. Is somebody there? Okay. Please, or I'll finish this and then we'll do. Okay. So within 5 minutes, I have to stop my talk. So I will answer. I will tell you once I finish my talk. The most important question that students ask me is, "Sir, I want to make an invention, but I don't know how to make an invention, and I don't know how to get great ideas." So I created a method to conceive great ideas. Please come. Please stand close to me. Okay, what is your name? Jinsi. So students, I created a method, a simple method to conceive great new ideas. It's a 3-step process. Jinsi, do you know how to put giraffe in a fridge in 3 steps? Okay, Jinsi knows. The answer is open the fridge, put the giraffe in, close the fridge, right? Right? Okay. So in the same way, there is a 3-step procedure to conceive a great new idea. Please sit down. First step. Yeah, please. Stand here, sorry. Okay. Jinsi, please look on the slide. Step 1, live as usual and problems will hunt for you. Jinsi, is it difficult to live as usual? Jinsi says it is not difficult. So congratulations, Jinsi and all the students, that it's a 3-step procedure, and the first step is easy for all of you. Congratulations, all of you have passed 33% of the steps of making a major invention. Congratulations, Jinsey. Now the second step. Second step, when you face problems, check if problems have been solved or not. Jinsey, the second step, when you face problems, check if problems have been solved or not. Is second step very difficult? Eh? She says it is kind of, but it's possible. So congratulations. All of you can do the first 2 steps. So you have passed 66% of the process to make a major invention. Now, I will give you an example. Imagine Jinsey is sleeping, and a mosquito is coming and biting Jinsey. So, first step, Jinsey is not going to mosquito. Mosquito is coming to Jinsey. Step 1, live as usual. Jinsey she worked hard for the examination. At 2 o'clock she is sleeping. She closed all the doors, windows, mosquito net, and still the mosquito has come through some small holes, keyhole. So step 2. So now step 1 is mosquito is biting Jinsey. Step 2 is Jinsey wakes up and Jinsey thinks whether this mosquito biting has been solved or not. If it is solved, the mosquito will not bite. So, right? So, step 3. If not solved, you solve it. Is step 3. If the problem is not solved, you solve it. Step 3 is very difficult. Yes. Yes, speak into the mic. Okay. So she says it's possible. She will look at alternatives. So let us give a clap to Jinsey. So students, the last step, if you are sleeping and mosquitoes are biting you and there is no solution, then you come up with a solution. If there is no mosquito net, you design a mosquito net. If still mosquitoes are coming in, then you start studying the chemical agent which repels mosquitoes. That is what Goodnight Mohan did. Mr. Mohan, who developed the Goodnight. Okay. So giving us problems is nature's way of giving us new ideas. Okay, so these are some major inventions from India. Iron, autocannon, button, steel, ink, rocket missiles, optical fiber, ruler, cotton, algebra, a lot of things. These are major inventions made by women. Child diaper, computer program, correction fluid, dishwasher, fire escape. Okay, students, I must give 10 minutes for Q&A, so there is only 10 minutes left. If you want to see my expandable flood barrier, go to YouTube and search for it. It will take 2 minutes. 2 minutes is not available. If you have any questions. So this is the end of my speech. I am again urging all of you that after you graduate, you take up a job, you work for 2 or 4 or 5 or 10 years, and you see an unsolved problem in the industry. Maybe you have recognized an unsolved problem right today now. Don't neglect the problems that you face. Try to think of a way to solve the problems. This university gives you all the help. There is a technology incubator run by a highly positive Mr. Rimmel. The government of India is funding. Government of Tamil Nadu is highly entrepreneur friendly. highly entrepreneur friendly. Even the private banks are friendly. So instead of neglecting the problems you face, try to solve a problem, start a company. Once you get enough money, don't start a company without enough capital. If you don't have money, apply for funds. If you don't get funds, work for a few years, create your own capital. When you work for 5 years, you will make some 5 or 10 friends who are interested and who thinks like you. If you put 5 lakhs, they will put 5 lakhs. So 5 friends means 25 lakhs. Once you invest 25 lakhs, Tamil Nadu is a great place to start factories and product design solution companies. The cost of operation is less. Lots of support. Coimbatore is a good place. Chennai is a good place for starting factories. Even Kanyakumari you can start. So remember, you have come from some of the smartest people in the world, from the richest place in the world, and the biggest market in the world. Which country has the biggest population in the world? India. If you sell pen drive, if the country becomes rich, when the country becomes rich, which country will buy highest pen drive? India. If you sell food, which country will buy highest food? India. We are the biggest markets, smartest people. We have now money. We are 5th biggest economy. And you are in a university where the administration is highly pro-innovation. So consider yourself lucky. If one of your classmates is making an invention, help him. If he makes a bigger invention, try to help him or her. And if one succeeds, hundreds of people will get jobs. 100 years back, if a person passes BTech, he will not work under anybody. He will create his own company. 100 years back. Now after BTech, MTech, PhD, it's difficult to get a job. In the whole world, even in America. So we have to change this. Okay, with that, I'm stopping. Any questions and answers? Please hold a mic and ask me, and I can answer your questions. Okay, if students don't have questions and answers, I'll give more time. Faculty can ask, or students can ask, or anybody can ask. Do you know Ramanujan? We all know Ramanujan. Ramanujan is considered the smartest mathematician of the 20th century. Until 10 years back, even today, a modification of Ramanujan's method is used to calculate the value of pi to some 100 trillion digits. Value of pi, 3.14159263545, like that. He comes from Tamil Nadu. So any questions, people on the top? That girl. I'm sorry, I didn't point towards any students on the top. That boy in the pink shirt. The moment I point, they are looking here and there. Okay, there is one question.
Hi, sir. So with Industry 4.0 coming in,
Yeah.
do you think, are there still innovations possible in manufacturing, or is it all going to be like software hereafter?
Repeat your question. With Industry 4.0 coming in?
Are there innovations still possible in the manufacturing sector, or is it going to be like software?
What is your name?
Yusuf.
What is your department?
I don't study here. Like I just came here to attend the session. Mr. Rimal invited me.
Okay, very good. So what do you do, Yusuf?
I quit my job. I worked in marketing for 10 years.
Very good.
I'm trying to start my business here locally.
And where do you live?
Close by, Takalai. Just 2 kilometers away from this
Very
place.
good. Okay. So Yusuf is asking, with AI and a lot of IT, whether innovations are possible in manufacturing. Let me tell you that in manufacturing, most of the low-hanging fruits are already picked, which means all the simple solutions have already been solved. Because manufacturing is a centuries, millennium-old industry. Software is recent, AI is recent. In software, you will have more opportunities. But no country can neglect manufacturing. I am very happy that Yusuf came here and asked this question. If there is a major economic catastrophe in the world, if there is a recession, if stocks are crashing, or if there is a major global conflict like wars, China-Taiwan war, or Russia-Europe war, we cannot fully rely on software alone. When there is wars or big economic recession, manufacturing wins. Without manufacturing, you cannot survive. And these are not just my words. Vijay Badkar, the creator of India's supercomputer, Param, in an interview he said, no country can become a developed country by importing technologies. We have to create our own manufacturing. We have to create our own technologies. Yusuf, the reason why the Allies won the Second World War, the Allies won the Second World War and the First World War is because they could out-manufacture the Axis powers. In the Second World War, at the peak of manufacturing, the Americans were making 100,000 fighter aircrafts every year. Germany could only make 20,000. In any major global conflict or global dispute, it is manufacturing which will win. For defense, you need manufacturing. In the event of a major conflict globally, NATO and Russia, software will collapse. Lot of software will collapse. You will have to go to a bank and cash a check. No online money transfer in the event of a big conflict will slow down. You take a car. The most important is the manufacturing the car. Even without software, a car can run. In 2000, I drove a car without software, or 1995. But without manufacturing and hardcore engineering, you cannot run a car. So to Yusuf, my answer is, it's a good question. Innovations in manufacturing are limited, but the country who wins the race to control the world is a country who wins the race of manufacturing, not the race of software. Manufacturing is more important, and this is not just me speaking. The founder, one of the founder of HCL, Mr. Ajay Chowdhury, he recently gave an interview. India should now go from software and services to manufacturing. You cannot depend on a foreign country like China for every manufactured. Of course, we are building drones and we are building EVs, but we are buying the components from China. That should stop. We should make all the components here. All the components of EV here. Battery management system, the charging system, the motor, everything. Okay? So, good question. Software has more opportunities because of less investment and more profit. But soon the profits will come down in every mature industry. Okay, so any other question for any other faculty? Okay, so it's now 12:30, it's time, yeah? Yeah, please give the mic.
There are a lot of patents, but little commercial adaptation. Why is it so?
Yeah, so Dr. Bindu is asking a question. There are a lot of patents, but there is less commercialized patents. So it's a very good question. I'm very happy to see your question, Dr. Bindu. You know, it's a reality the whole world. So I remember reading a US study that out of 100 patents issued in the US, only 5 of them become products and get launched in the market. And only 2 of them make more profit than invested. So 95% of patents don't become a product and don't get launched into the market. Only 5 of them are launched into the market. Out of these 5, only 2 are making profits. This data is like 10 years old. I don't know the latest. So students, the answer is that if you make an invention, it takes a couple of years to evolve the prototype into a saleable product. So that requires patient capital. But today's lot of startup capital are impatient capital. Lot of private equity, venture capital is impatient. They invest today, they need profit yesterday. Or they need profit within 1 year, 2 years. If you invent a car or if you invent an electrical bicycle, it will take time for profits to realize. So the world needs patient capital. So this is why I urge all the adults here to spend 5% of their net assets in directly funding an invention. The world's most efficient organization is not a corporation or a government or a bank or an education institution. The world's most efficient organization is the family. I am urging all the adult people here, families here, to spend 5% of their total assets in funding a unique, high-impact, consumer market potential invention. The short answer is the world is short of patient capital. The world is short of patient capital. The other answer is many people in academics, they want to get promotion. They want to, people in the industry, they want to get promotion in their job. So they just make a small invention and pay a lot of money to a patent lawyer and try to get a patent. Their intention is not to commercialize the patent and build a product. Their intention is just to get a patent and go to the boss and say, give me more salary. So that kind of research is also going on. So it's a very important question that Dr. Bindu asked. Every invention is important. Every patent is important. And we hope that in future more money will come to inventions and it will create millions of jobs and create prosperity in the world. Okay? Thanks. You take a photo. You take a photo. Okay, I hope you all enjoyed my talk. And you can contact me. If you have any questions, you can ask your teachers. If they cannot solve, you can contact me. I am on Facebook and LinkedIn. You can message me. I will try my best to help you. I'm always a friend of Nurul Islam University. It's the most beautiful place. Okay? So thank you very much.
Thank you, sir, for inspiring us with your presence. Your journey and achievements continue to inspire us all. Let us all shower him with a great round of applause. As we come to the close of this remarkable session, it is only fitting to express our gratitude. To deliver the word of thanks, I now invite Christilda XJ from the Department of Biomedical Engineering onto the stage.
Respected dignitaries, esteemed faculty members, and my dear fellow mates, it is a moment of immense privilege for me to extend a word of thanks on behalf of all present here today. This session, You Can Invent, has been nothing short of extraordinary leaving us with a wealth of knowledge and an invigorated spirit to innovate. At the heart of this transformative experience stands our esteemed chief guest, Dr. Praveen Vettiyattil, CEO of YCI Technologies TED Speaker and alumnus of University of Southern California. Sir, your insights in the world of invention, efficiency in technology development, and the pathway to making an impact on global platforms have truly refined our perspective. The practical wisdom you shared on resources about invention is invaluable. You have not just spoken to us about invention, you have ignited us the belief we can too be an inventor. Thank you, sir. We are also deeply grateful to Dr. Salim Shaflak, the Director of Noor Islam Education Trust, for his unwavering commitment to advancing educational excellence through such visionary programs. Thank you, sir. To Mrs. Shabnam Shafiq, Executive Director of Noor Islam Educational Trust, we extend our heartfelt thanks to continue our dedication to fostering an environment where students can dream, create, and lead. A special word of appreciation to Dr. R. Paramalal Sami, Pro-Chancellor Academic, for his invaluable support in ensuring that knowledge and innovation take hand in hand at our institution. I would also like to express my sincere gratitude to Dr. K. Janadharan, Pro-Vice Chancellor Administration, for his immense contribution in ensuring smooth and effective administration in our institution. A deep and sincere gratitude to Dr. A. Shajin Narguram, Pro-Vice Chancellor Academic, for his insightful inaugural address, setting the perfect foundation for this innovation. Sir, your words have enforced the importance of academic excellence and the role of institutions like ours in nurturing future innovators. Thank you, sir. To Dr. P. Thirumalavan, Registrar of NICHE, we extend our appreciation for ensuring that the academic infrastructure and institutional support remain strong, enabling us to benefit from events that shape our future. Thank you, sir. To our dedicated faculty members, thank you for your continuous guidance, mentorship, and encouragement. We also extend our sincere appreciation to technical and logistic teams who have worked behind the scene to ensure the seamless execution of today's event. A big thank you to the audio and visual team for managing the sound and presentation systems flawlessly, the venue coordination for organizing the hall arrangements, and the supporting staffs whose dedication helped to make this event a success. And of course, to my fellow students, your enthusiasm and curiosity are what make the discussion like this truly impactful. As we conclude, let us make a moment to reflect the powerful reminder from today's session. The journey of invention begins not just in distant labs or boardrooms, but it's from our own thoughts, our willingness to explore, and our determination to create. Let us embrace the journey with confidence. Thank you all, and let us march towards conviction that we can too be an inventor.
Thank you, Cristilda. A quick announcement before we disperse for the day. After the national anthem, everyone is requested to remain seated until the dignitaries leave. And after the dignitaries leave, the women leave and then the gents leave. Is that clear? And let's all stand in unison for the national anthem.
जनगणमन अधिनायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा द्राविड उत्कल बंगा विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उच्चल जलधि तरंगा तव शुभ नामे जागे तव शुभ आशीष माहे गाहे तव जय गाथा जनगण मंगलदायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे
I request everyone to remain seated.